back at Vedic Living. As you know, we've been talking about the various houses in Vedic astrology. We went over the first, second, third, and fourth houses. And if you guys haven't watched that, go back and you should be able to find it in my playlist because I put all of them in the same playlist. So feel free to watch those. But today we are going to talk about the fifth house. So a little different approach this time. I'm thinking, instead of having everything, the meaning of the house and the planets in the house all crammed together in a long video, I thought I'm going to cut it up so that in this video I'll be talking about only what the meaning of the fifth house is and what it stands for. And the reason for that is it allows me to explain it more in detail and I'm not rushing through it. And then I'll have separate videos for planets in the fifth house. So we can spend more time on each of them and get more information. So I hope this technique works. Let me know your comments below if you think that it doesn't work or you have some other suggestions, because we are learning as we go here. So I'm open to suggestions. So the fifth house. The fifth house is known as the house of Purva Punya. And that means past life, good credit that comes due in this life. So it's Purva Punya. It's the result of a creative act. So whenever you think of fifth house, think of a creative act. You create with your hands, right? So that's the reason why procreation and even children fall in the grand sense of the word in the fifth house area. What else do we create? Everything that we create falls in the fifth house. So what else do we create? We create art and culture. We create any kind of artistic ability, right? It's also called the house of pleasure. It's joy. It's just happiness. It's the house of self-expression. We talked about the third house being the house of self-expression. The fifth is the third from the third. So again, it's the house of self-expression. Taking this principle a little bit further, one step further, it is the house of romance and romantic affairs, because it's happiness and dating and joy and all that excitement. It's emotional pleasures. Like I said, it's dating. It's not marriage, because marriage would be seventh house, but all that love and having fun and going out on dates, all that is fifth house. It's emotional satisfaction. Okay. And one way to gain is it's the house of gains. It's the house of gambling. It's the house of it is actually quite rich with pleasure, right? So anytime you think of creativity or pleasure or joy, that's the fifth house. It basically rules over fun, games, hobbies, all of that. In medical astrology, as you know, for each of the houses I talk about the medical astrology side of it. In medical astrology, it rules the heart, mind, and arms. It's the 12th from the 6th. So 6th house is diseases. So 12th from the 6th indicates the absence of diseases. Okay, it negates the problems of the 6th house. And we'll talk about the 6th house next, so you'll understand more about what I'm talking about. As I said earlier, it's the house of Purva Punya, Sanchita Karma, accumulated karma from past lives. And those of you who've heard me talk about karma, it's a topic very close to my heart. And the fifth house is, like I said, it rules Sanchita Karma. Sanchita Karma is basically that arrow which has left the bow of the bowsman in the last life, and it is supposed to hit the target in this life. So it's the remnant of the actions or the karma from a past life which has come into this life for fruition. So that can be seen from the fifth house. That's the reason why the fifth house is called the house of Purva Punya. It's past life good credit. It is the house of Sanchita Karma. It is the natural fifth house is Leo. So Leo's ruler is Sun. So Leo and the planet Sun, the sign Leo and the planet Sun are closely associated with fifth house. So whenever you think of fifth house, think about what Leo stands for. It's the entertainer. It's the person who likes to be on the stage. It's the person who likes to be the center of attention. And that's fifth house. And that's the reason why all the entertainment subjects, all the creativity subjects, everything fall in fifth house, because the natural fifth house is Leo, which loves to entertain. And we know that, you know, the different nakshatras in Leo, if you go a little bit further deep into it, you have Purva Falguni, which is the party nakshatra, which is all about having fun and parties and all that. So again, once again, reiterating the fact that fifth house stands for all the fun and the dating and the love aspect of life and creativity. Your hands are ruled by the fifth house. Your arms are ruled by the fifth house. So anything you create with your hands, be it a creative project, be it your own children, be it any activity that you take up that is from a creative standpoint, it all falls in the fifth house. It rules the mind. It rules the mind aspect, you know. So that's why when you have a planet like Mars in the fifth house, it shows a very strong and intellectual mind. So just to understand, that's what fifth house means. It's ruled by Sun, like I said. So Sun is naturally strong in the fifth house, regardless of which sign it's in. Again, we have to consider all the malefic aspects and everything before we say something like that, but just at a generic level, right? So that's the fifth house. And in the next video, we'll be making, I'll be making, but I'll be telling you about the planets in the fifth house. So we'll start with Sun in the fifth house, Moon in the fifth house, and then we'll go all the way till Jupiter and Saturn in the fifth house. And so let me know what you think about this new process. We made a shorter video. We have more information in here. And then in my next video, we'll talk about the planets in the fifth house. So I hope you come back to watch that. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.